Today I'm joined by Ashlynn Harris, a goalkeeper on the women's soccer team. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So how have you been spending your time over the last couple months while being in quarantine?
Well, I've actually had 3 summer classes, so those have been keeping me pretty busy. And then just working out, making sure we're staying on top of our workouts, and the weight room just opened up, so me and my roommates have been there a lot, just trying to keep busy.
Have you watched any movies or shows lately that you would recommend?
I actually just bought the whole series of House MD. It's like a medical show, but yeah, I've watched about 3 seasons so far.
So not everyone can play goalkeeper. Do you remember the first time you played it and what drew you to that position?
Well, I'll be honest, I was originally not a goalkeeper, but then they were like, this girl's way too tall to be in the field. And then I hated running, and I still hate running. So they kind of just threw me in there when I was like 9 or 10-ish, and I just stuck with it, and here I am.
How do you train during the summer, and what are some things you're looking to improve upon before the season?
Well, last summer I was on the WPSL team for the Discoveries. This summer, obviously with COVID, it's like up in the air. I am starting to train with one of my coaches last summer, this month of July, so that I can stay on top of that. So my personal goals probably, performance-wise, I definitely want to make sure that I can get my goal kicks a little farther. I think that's one thing I can improve on that'll especially help out the midfielders. And then probably just explosiveness out of the box.
So last season, the team got off to a little bit of a rough start before winning 6 of the last 8 matches. What are some of your expectations for 2020?
I think that we have a really good group this year. We've got a really good incoming freshman class, and my class, we are all coming from the beginning. We're all pretty prepared. Last year, I think we started to get the gel down towards the end of the season, and then I think we've got a lot of incoming talent this year. I think expectation-wise, we're expected to make the tournament every year. It's kind of always a team goal for us. And then I think just to make sure we have like a good team camaraderie and stay together.
And as one of the upperclassmen on the team, what is some advice that you would provide to those incoming freshmen and some of the underclassmen?
I would say don't get frustrated with yourself too quickly. There is a little bit of an adjustment period between, we all play club soccer, but there is a difference between adjusting from the club play to the collegiate level of play, just in quickness and, the style of play that Spence and JV want us to play at. I would just say don't get frustrated too quickly and use your teammates as resources.
Okay, so you were number 1 on the field, so I wanted to ask you about some of your firsts.
Okay.
Okay, so the first movie you ever saw in theaters?
I want to say when I was little, like the Cars movies, or like the car movie. I don't really remember, to be honest.
Okay, the first car you drove?
Jeep Patriot.
The first cell phone you ever had?
I had one of those pink Razor flip phones that are like ancient now, but that was like my favorite thing in the world.
First job you ever had?
I was actually a lifeguard.
Okay. First concert you ever attended?
Actually, a Christian band named Casting Crowns. I went with my my family.
Cool. First thing you do every day?
Check my phone, unfortunately.
First time you remember playing soccer?
It's probably when I lived in Florida. Played for the Houston Dynamos, and they were an interesting team. We had a lot of scattered, what do I want to call it, motivations, and so some people were super into it, some people weren't. And I just remember this one time we were down by 1, and like everyone, instead of like focusing on winning, everyone just got like really mad at each other, and I was like, okay, this is too much. But
And then the first time you ever heard of Winthrop?
I actually heard of Winthrop when my teammate Lulu Jennings, we played on the same club team in high school, and she had committed somewhere else, and then I'd heard that she had decommitted and was committed to Winthrop, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of that before. And then probably 2 weeks after that, JB had reached out to me and was like, hey, what's up? So I think hearing from Winthrop for the first time was through Lulu.
Well, thank you so much. It was great chatting with you today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.